Beautiful, beautiful souls. I am here. I am here. Oh, where's my phone? Mm, no, the other one. Please bring for me. While I'm waiting for my phone, I am just going to waiting on you. I'm going to go and get my phone so that I can share. I can share. We are doing shows in your relationships. How it shows in your relationships. Sorry about that. I see that my connection was very poor. You know, Wi-Fi and its own things. Yeah. So, as I was saying, there is no chapter in the book that talks about I, as, identity crisis. But yeah, I want to share from the book. I've shared quite a lot of things that on my side they were as a result of identity crisis. So yeah, then I want to share with you how you can identify that with your in your partner, and what most importantly, what can you do, and what how can you help this other person through it instead of you making things worse for them. Once again, the book is available on Amazon. The book is also available through me, a hard copy. You can always DM me, send me a WhatsApp, send me an email, and then order yourself a copy so that you can see what this book is all about. But this is all my love story and my journey into this thing called love, finding a relationship, what the struggles that I had to go through, that I went through. Even when I had found somebody that was good for me, there's things that were still not good in me, and I still didn't find in him. So those are some of the challenges that I went through, and what I had to do in order for me to overcome all those things. It is in here in the book. So today we are doing identity crisis. Let me share. Quickly share. Let me quickly share. Let me quickly share on my timeline. Share. No, no. Sorry about that. In a group. Yes. So there. Sorry about that. I just had to make sure that I've shared this on my group. How do you then identify? What is first identity crisis? Identity crisis is what a lot of us, especially those that were raised by their grandparents, and where either their parents passed on, or either they don't know one of their parents, and also they don't even have a relationship with one of their, when I say parents, I'm talking about your biological parents. It could be your mother, it could be your father, it could be both of them. So a lot of us, that especially when we are between age 0 and 7, that's when we are sponging off and learning things from the people that are surrounding you. Then a lot of people, then we end up having this problem of not knowing how to identify with ourselves. That also comes as a result of you having only one person, which is, let's say you have only a mother that is raising you, so you don't have a fatherly figure, so you are disconnected from the other aspect of yourself, which is also a masculine part of you. So you are disconnected from that. While you are disconnected from that and there's no relationship, it affects how you think, how you do things. It affects even how you value or view yourself, or see yourself, or perceive yourself, how you perceive women, how you perceive men, how you perceive people, including yourself in general. So that's what happens with when you are having that challenge of not having one of the parents with you, and when you are growing up. So how does this thing then shows up in relationships? How does somebody who is having a problem with the identity crisis, how does it show up? most of the time, the most common thing that the people that suffer from this, what they do is they become emotionally unavailable. They become emotionally unavailable. How so? They don't know how to express their emotions. They hardly show their emotions. So instead of a person when they are even happy, you can't see when they are happy. You can't see if they are smiling, their head or something like that. And it happens with a lot of men. That is the first a sign or how it shows up. The person will be emotionally unstable and emotionally unavailable. This person. The second thing, which is the biggest of them all, this person, what they will overcompensate. They overcompensate, but in their mind, they don't see that as overcompensating. They don't see that whatever it is that they are doing, it is not good for them. What is it that they do? They will always put the other person first versus themselves. For an example, you are in a relationship, you are a woman, and you see, instead of you putting yourself first and saying, you know what, I don't like what this man is doing, or I want to be treated like this, you take whatever this guy says or does. And people will even go as far as saying, let's say the relationship is not going well, instead of them giving this relationship direction and saying, you know what, man, I'm not going to be part of something that is not moving into a certain direction or moving in a certain way. They will tell you what, no, they must decide. They must decide what they want to do. So they don't want to take responsibility. They always take whatever the other person says. If the other person says to them, um we are not going out tonight, and they wanted to go out, then they will not go. They will not even express how disappointed they are, how hurt this thing now that the plans are changed, how it is hurting them. So they will overcompensate. They overcompensate by giving. Either they'll buy you gifts. They will not gifts, they will buy you, they will do things for you in a way of them making as if they doing these things out of love, whereas they are buying love from you. How do you see if somebody is buying love? It is when they start complaining to you about the things that they are doing for you that you are not appreciating. So you must know that when the person does that, they start telling you, "Good, but I've bought you this. I give you so much money." They tell you that they are doing this, and they complain, which that they're doing these things for you, and you don't show them appreciation. You must know that that person is actually buying love. They are not really expressing love to you, and there's a reason. Guys, I don't want you to go out saying, you know what, hey, this one is buying love. Hey, I don't want. No. There's a reason you call this person into your life. There's a reason you call this person who is buying love to your life. So, one of the major reasons that you would have called this person, it is because there's an aspect of you that is exactly like them that you are not aware of. So they come here to mirror to you this thing about yourself. So before you go rushing and then blocking people and telling them ukuthi mina ngisakufuna and so forth, just be conscious of that. Ukuthi whatever it is that this person, when they are buying love, they are buying this love because there's a space within them that is there's that void within them. So they are trying to buy you or get your attention by overcompensating and giving you over and above what they do for themselves. So instead of them doing things for them and for your love, they will always say they are doing these things for you, meaning that whatever it is, they don't matter. You matter more. So if somebody makes you to feel or to think that you matter more, and then while they are doing that, they also even get to a point where they get hurt when you do say certain things, and they feel that you are not appreciating them. You must know that that person is suffering from identity crisis. They are suffering from that. Number three, I'm not going to share a whole lot of things. I'm just going to share these three things. The third thing that they will do, they lie a lot. They lie to themselves, they lie to you. They are constantly, actually, what happens is that they are not even conscious that they are lying. They don't even are not even aware that they are lying. So they will tell themselves things that don't exist, and they will see these things. Kore motho wa teng, umuntu okhona uzophila into engekho. This person will live a lie, and they will be convinced that whatever it is that they are living, it is the truth. But when, how do you identify? They tell you lies. They are gonna, we call them chronic liars. They are chronic liars. They are constantly lying about whatever, and even it's simple things that they don't even need to lie about, but they will lie. They will not tell the truth as it is. They will not want to express themselves and tell you exactly how they are feeling, which is their truth, because they feel that when they tell you that, then you are going to reject them, just like the other people rejected them. So they'll rather overcompensate, and we keeping the peace. It's fine. Whatever you're doing, it's fine. That's what they do. Those are the three. Those are the three signs. Top three signs for you to know if somebody is suffering. The person that you are with is suffering from identity crisis. Now, how do you then help them? How do you then make sure this thing does not affect you in a negative light, especially if you love this person? One, somebody who suffers from identity crisis, all they need is compassion. They need somebody who is going to show them that you are not alone. We are in this together. So you let go of your guard of judgment, but then you raise compassion. You start looking, asking questions to understand where they are coming from. That's the first thing that you do. The second thing that you do, then, which is the most, now this is the one pill that I always use for myself, and I always say to my clients, use that pill first before you can go and judge the person and so forth. Put yourself in the person's shoes and ask yourself, why is this thing so triggering for me? Why is this person's behavior so triggering to me? Why is it that it is them that are doing whatever it is, and yet I am feeling the pain? Why is it me that is feeling that? Once you start asking, your mind will go, your brain will go and find answers for you, and those answers are there. You may not be conscious, but once you start asking, the questions will start getting the answers. Then you will identify, see, no, this is why I am, where is this in me? Because most of the time we think that we are nothing like the other person because we are not like that to them. But only to find that it is not necessarily to them. It could be through you buying love off from your kids. You overcompensating when it comes to your kids. You overcompensate when it comes to your employees, and so forth. It is not necessarily in the relationship itself, like between the two of you. You will be having the very same thing that you are not conscious of in another area of your life. So instead of you going and judging and fighting and all that, go start first by checking, where is it in me that I am also like this? Where am I also like this? And then once you get to that point, it will be easy for you to show compassion to this person, because all they need at that present moment to start healing that aspect of them is for them to see that somebody cares. This person that I'm with, they really care. That is when then they start then showing up, starting being vulnerable, which is now getting to that space where they are showing their emotions and expressing their emotions. Because when you feel your feelings and you are emotional, it means you can feel, you can feel your body, you can feel things that are not right within yourself. So it is very important. It is very important that that's what we do. But that is all that I wanted to share with you today, to invite you to go and look at the relationships in a different light. Instead of you just fighting, and then others are jumping from this relationship to the next, and then you find that everybody else that you've dated are all the same. What is the common denominator there? There's no way that 4 or 5 people could act the same way and you are the only common thing between amongst themselves. Then it's time for you to look yourself in the mirror, acknowledge this person that you are seeing, and then accept which this is me, and embrace whatever it is that you are seeing. Then you will start seeing the difference. Then you will start seeing the person for who they are, and not the plastic man that you are looking at. That is it for me to you today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, please like, please share, please subscribe so that I can know if you still want more content like this and stuff like that. And then please, 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 more than anything else, apply. Go and apply whatever it is that you are teaching and sharing here. Other than that, from me to you today, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming through. I will see you again next week, Monday. I will see you again next week, Monday. If you have any questions, if you are challenged, maybe you really want to get to the spoil pay space where you are showing compassion to this person, but you are struggling with that. You don't know. You want to, even if when you see that aspect of yourself, you start blaming yourself, you start blaming your parents and so forth. Please, please reach out for help. Reach out for help. Much, much love. Bye-bye.
Can I talk now, Mama? Mama? Mama?